Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Mission Workshop Reviews. I buy all the gear so you don't have to, and today we're going to be reviewing the Rummy. This particular version is the waxed canvas variant. I am a huge fan of Mission Workshop's wax canvas. I have the laptop Transit in wax canvas, so be sure to check that review out if you haven't. Now, there's a lot of reviews of Rummies out on the market, and in fact, it's been rated the best messenger bag by Carryology. Lots of other people, Mo Twister, many others on YouTube, all really like this bag, have called it their favorite bag. I hate this bag, actually. This is, and it pains me to say this, I really like Mission Workshop. Anyone who follows all my videos knows I'm definitely a self-defined fanboy. I think, well, let's get right into it. I'm not going to talk about the good parts, and there are good parts, but because lots of other people do it, I want to talk about the bad. So first, let's start now. Now, this first criticism has nothing to do necessarily with the Rummy or the messenger bag line. They're all the same. They're just varying sizes. Monty's the smallest, Rummy's medium, and Shed's the largest. This bag, I think, is $285 in the wax canvas. Pretty expensive. Wax canvas, you can get a regular Rummy, I think, for $185. My big problem is the archive system. I've never been a fan of it. I had an archive sanction that I ended up getting rid of. I preferred the regular sanction. And I'm going to show you, everyone says this is such an innovative process, and I guess it is. I mean, there's really nothing like this on the market. For those of you that don't know, I'll just show you really quickly. Archive system is a way to close a bag. Instead of using the plastic clip, it uses this patented metal and nylon latch system, and it allows you to open and close the bag with one hand, which at first blush, you think that is really cool. Who wouldn't want that? But there's some type of expression, I don't really remember it, but it's kind of like, I guess it's a solution to a problem nobody really had. I've never been in a scenario where I was like, oh, I can't close my regular plastic buckle latch because my hand is missing. Now, I will say legitimately, for those that maybe are handicapped, the regular plastic buckles would present a problem, and this can be closed with one hand. So, you know, I suppose that is something to consider that I hadn't really thought about. But yeah, so it slides on and off like so. And actually the bag's being really good for me right now. But here's an example. I'm trying to tug this off, and I need to hold on to here to pull it. So we're kind of not already one hand, and the plastic buckle you can also open with one hand. You just click the two sides and the plastic buckle pops off. Closing, yeah, you could do it with one hand, but again, here's the problem. So if you could see here, this is a thick nylon strip, the same type of strips that are on their field packs, and this metal buckle slides over it. But if you don't catch it just right, so you have to put it high and in deep. See, look. And then you got to like kind of position the bag to like catch it just right. It's annoying. And it's just not necessary. Another thing is a lot of times I don't want my bag clipped necessarily because the bag should be able to shut on itself, which actually this doesn't. If you're going to keep this in the flap down mode, you need to have these buckles on. Because if you don't, the bag will open. It'll fly open. But let me. There is a way. So as most of you know, Rummy is a roll top bag. Now that is innovative. I do like the fact that it's a roll top messenger. Although there is one downside. I'll get to that in a second. So you have your Rummy roll top, And you have two outboard pockets right here. First of all, this Velcro is too strong. But the Velcro's there, right? So nothing's gonna fly out of here. Nothing's gonna fly out of your main pocket. That's Velcro down. So you have your buckles, and since they're metal, they're just hanging around. This isn't like having a plastic clip hanging around. So that's really annoying. So they give you two more nylon straps here that you need to then buckle down. So now your little pocket is fastened down two ways. First, you have to remove the archive buckle, and then you gotta open up the pocket. So then you're thinking, well, okay, if you keep it in roll down mode, you know, just keep the buckles fastened all the way to the flush with the bag so they won't flop around. Well, yeah, you could do that. But this strap, look how hard it is to, you know, okay, it goes down with relative ease, but then if you do need to use the straps, it is really difficult to extend. I mean, I can't even extend it all the way. I don't want to take forever on the video, but like a lot of times you have to like cinch it up like this and then pull it like that. It's just, another thing is, you know, I've had this bag for a while. It's definitely been in some rainstorms. These straps get really crappy looking. I guess I heard you can iron it or something, but it looks really ugly. So anyway, if you keep the buckle all the way strapped down so it doesn't flop around, then you just have like these really long, kind of gross strings hanging out. So like, yeah, if you're, you know, just using it as a weekend bag or tooling around on the bike, I guess it's fine. But if you bring it into the office, it just looks kind of ratty. I don't use this for my office bag at all. So, yeah, so really don't like that. So anyway, let's get into, so this buckle system does work very well. Bag slides and comes off very easily. Much easier than their Transit Series laptop, which also is a nice strap, but nothing beats this thing. It does work really good. And then to open it up is just very easy. I will say this. These guys are the maker of Chrome. So I understand when they moved to Mission Workshop, they obviously can't have a seatbelt buckle. I get that. Trademark, whatever. Not trademark, patent. But, you know, they do sell those Cobra buckles for their cargo bags. I don't know why they couldn't, you know, have a more, a more expensive version, perhaps on their VX line or their wax canvas line, and give you one of those little Cobra buckles. I know there's another messenger bag company, their name escapes me. I think they're called like Reload, or I don't know. They do it, and Cobra isn't a patented item. Cobra buckles are sold on Mission Workshop's website as a $65 add-on for cargo packs and field packs. So I don't know why they don't make a Cobra buckle. So you always have to go like this, and if you have glasses or particularly heavy load, it could be a little aggravating, but that's just a problem with most messenger bags, although not Chrome messenger bags, because they have the seatbelt, so you can unclick it like that. Okay, one cool thing is the strap comes undone through a Velcro situation here, so you can make this sling over your left or your right shoulder. A downside to that, though, is this. This little flap, let me see if you can see here. Sometimes when you're putting the bag on, this part goes on your top shoulder. This thing kind of gets like folded under, and then you gotta like readjust it. So that's annoying. And the reason it's like that is because they wanted to make their bags left shoulder or right shoulder, so you wouldn't have to buy one and be stuck with it. Although I have to say, if you're left-handed, you're going to wear your bag on your right shoulder. If you're right-handed, you're going to wear your bag on your left shoulder. Or whatever, you know what side you wear your shoulder on, and then you're going to keep it like that. So I mean, yeah, if you're reselling the bag or maybe from a manufacturing standpoint, it's better for them to have a bag that can be switched. But for comfort, I actually would have preferred for these to be dedicated right-handed or left-handed messenger bags. But they didn't do that. Anyway, another thing about the messenger bag series, and this isn't just the wax canvas. I've also used their black camo version. I've never used their VX, so maybe it's better on the VX, but there's really no protection if you have something poking you in the back. I know on Chrome Industries, these are 18-ounce tarpaulin coating on the, not coating, lining. So you get a lot more protection. This is really thin. And again, it's nothing to do with the fact that this is wax canvas, which, you know, probably that material is thinner than their VX material. The problem is the lining. So let's take a look at that lining. I'm really unimpressed. It is just a very standard lining. This is the same type of lining I had in my entry-level $205 sanction. Super thin. I'm sure it's like water resistant, and I'm sure it's like tough, like it won't tear. Although I have seen them torn before it was replaced, but I don't know. It's just kind of cheap for like a $300 bag. Another thing that I think is cheap is the so-called computer pocket. So let me adjust the camera here. Okay, so. Forget about these pockets here. There's actually a zipper here. And you have 3 pockets in here, which for organization is quite nice, something Mission Workshop isn't really known for, organization. So you have like a main, you have a main bag here, main pouch here you could put stuff in. And then you have a little zipper one in the back, which is for your computer. It provides zero protection. It is just like this super thin, and you know, there's no padding, so that stinks. And then they have another zipper up front, which is stitched down the middle, so you have 2 little pockets. Let's see. There you go. That's cool. That's fine. That's appreciated. That it's zippered as well. Something I wish the laptop Transit had. But anyway, so all in all, while I do love wax canvas, I do love their new slate color, and I'm probably going to keep this and kind of just use this in my bag repertoire, because it's always nice to have messenger. I usually just use backpacks. I don't think it's worth the money. I think that if you are going to strictly use a messenger bag, I hate to say this, but geez, go to Chrome. You could get a used one on eBay or Craigslist for like 1/10 of the price of Mission Workshop. Mission Workshop has a high resale value. Yeah, so anyway, just wanted to give you guys an honest review. You know, I always keep it honest, and I am just no fan of Mission Workshop's Messenger series. So take it with a grain of salt, to each his own. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Thanks, guys.